Hi y'all, Tracey, Charles of a Long-Haired Girl here. Realized that I did not do my weigh-in video yesterday, so I'm here today. Basically, well, it wasn't my absolute greatest week ever. I was intentionally tracking a lot more this week, and by doing that, definitely made me more aware of what it was that I was putting in my mouth. So to that end, I am down 1.6 this week. Still in the 170s, still fighting that struggle. Miss Sandy, I have not forgotten that you told me I needed to work on that, so I'm still working. But yeah, this struggle is definitely real for all of us, I think. Because while we have been blessed enough to be able to find a lot of the things that we need at the grocery store, I'm trying not to overbuy. Trying to do multiple things with what we are buying. So like we made a big pot of beans yesterday. We had beans and cornbread, my mom's special cornbread last night for dinner. We'll probably have that again for lunch. I'll have to make another batch of cornbread, but you know, cornbread's good. It's not super expensive to make, and we enjoy it. So that's probably going to be what we're going to do, today. But to that end, we made a big batch of beans yesterday, so I'm going to take some of those beans and make some refried beans for dinner for Tuesday night. So I feel like that's going to be one of the better uses of, of what we have available. Because why should we buy a can of refried beans at the store when I can make refried beans? So yeah. Basically yesterday's meeting that, I did my Zoom meeting. Unlike some people, while I don't think that it's the greatest thing ever, I appreciate that we have the ability to connect and talk to others who are struggling as much as we are. And some of them have found things that work for them, which means that we may also be able to find things, by things that they're sharing, that we can find things that may work for us as well. But the weekly, I went ahead and downloaded it. Basically, it's talking about easing stress. Raise your hand if you're feeling overwhelmed. Repeat after us. It's human nature to feel stressed, especially when our day-to-day lives don't look the same as they used to. Stress can lead us to respond in unhelpful ways, like turning to food for comfort. Yes, I have done that. And ultimately move us further from our goals. By responding to stress in more helpful ways, we can find a sense of balance and stay on track, meaning that we care better for ourselves and others. Some of the suggestions in here: digitally unplug. The news is a lot, and I think that I kind of had to step back and not scroll through Facebook or all of that quite so much, because it can be overwhelming, like truly. So even if you don't do it for, say, an entire day, if you do that for a dedicated, say, couple of hours, put it down, read a book, do something different. I find it helpful. And if you are a project person, you can take that time, quilt, embroidery, Crochet or knit if you do any of those. It gives you something else to do with your hands. And as my leader said so eloquently in our meeting yesterday, it's a little hard to eat and embroidery at the same time. So there you go. Shift your perspective. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. No matter how small they might seem, every dose of gratitude helps. And right now, I think that that is even more important because, y'all, we have a lot to be grateful for. We may not have everything that we want, but if we have some food in the house, we have a roof over our heads, we have some place to hunker down to stay safe, if we have our families, even if we can't see them physically, if we can actually talk to them. One of my best friends, she lives alone. She just had a birthday, actually. But we will take some time and have a phone call on Duo so she can see me and I can see her. And we're trying to do this, you know, once a week, sometimes a couple times a week, because it helps. Even though she's socially interacting with other people, I still have an opportunity to see her, to talk to her, and that helps me. Because we're not really getting out of the house. We go to the grocery store. Yesterday, we went to a couple different stores because what I needed, one of these supplements that I take, Amazon did not have unless it was in a very large package, and it was almost $100. And we didn't want to do that. So we ventured to a store that we haven't been to. We're still finding a lot of the things. I use a non-dairy creamer. And to be quite honest, Kroger was completely out of it. I mean, out of the original, out of the vanilla, which is what I normally get. The grocery store, it's a health food store that we ventured to, they only had the original. And I told my husband, no, let's just hold off and we'll try to get it at Kroger. And then Kroger didn't have any. So I wound up with the, hopefully it's good, the Natural Bliss French Vanilla. Yeah, I think it's Natural Bliss. Anyway, so hopefully that's good. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we're doing differently than we were before. Because let's be honest, you can't just run to a restaurant at the drop of a hat. Something else that they mention is breathing in and out. Trying to stay centered and present can do wonders for a worried mind. They also represent, They also suggest that you should try the Headspace meditation in the Weight Watchers app. But also, there are options for meditation on YouTube. Just to kind of take some time, allow yourself to kind of check out and be present in what's going on. And I think that kind of makes a difference too. Help others. It's a great way to find purpose during these challenging times. Check in on an elderly neighbor, post an encouraging message on Connect, or donate wellness wins to WW Good. Also, keep moving. If it's possible to take a walk around the block or bike to the park for indoor activities, try the Aptiv, I haven't tried that, audio workout in the Weight Watcher app. No equipment needed. Again, there are a lot of the gyms or yoga studios or it's a variety of workout facilities that are putting their workouts online. Leslie Sansone is on YouTube. Jessica Smith is on YouTube. Gina B with Up the Beat, I think that's what it's called, is on YouTube. And these are all things that are free. If you have access to YouTube, which I'm assuming that you do, and you have a YouTube account because you're watching me, that you probably can access any of these. And even if it's something that you need to modify a little bit, yoga moves can be modified. Walking videos can be modified. If a movement is too much for you, just walk in place. These are things that we can all do to kind of help us get moving, help us not sink into a very bad headspace. Because I'll be quite honest right now, it's not good in my own head. I need to get out of there. So yeah, that's something that, you know, we can all kind of focus on. And the recipe for this week, which is probably not something I will have, is hoisin glazed tuna with asparagus and rice noodles. So it looks like it would be an interesting recipe, but I'm still getting used to eating fish. I can do like tuna salad. I can do tuna fish that way, but I don't know. Anyway, so just some food for thought there. Something that we can, something that we can do. And you know what? I created yesterday, I created a Zoom account so that I could try to connect with some other people. So I don't know, I may create a meeting of sorts, but I have not decided yet. We were able to do that with our church on Friday night, and it made a world of difference. I felt like I was able to, get a little bit of FaceTime, for lack of a better phrase, with some people that I haven't gotten to see in a few weeks, and I miss them. And for those of y'all that don't know, I co-teach Sunday school with another lady, and I miss my kids. I miss teaching our Sunday school class. It's something I never imagined. As I told my pastor growing up, I told his wife the other Sunday, before we were all put under shelter-in-place orders, I had told her, I watched my nanny do this for years and years, and I never thought in a million years that I would be doing this. So, but yet here I am, doing my part. But yeah, I know that times are difficult right now, and if there is anything that I can do to help somebody get through this difficult time, if you want to reach out to me by email, trust me, I check my email fairly often. And also, I am going to take part in a collab video with Kim over at A Girl on Her Phone. There was a specific collab suggested to her, and so she's kind of putting that together. So Wednesday, be looking for videos from all of us on Wednesday. Not real sure exactly how many are participating, but I suspect that during these difficult times, because I don't know about y'all, we're still having trouble finding some paper goods. So, I was reminded of some things that my mom did growing up, when maybe not necessarily that we didn't have access to paper products, but when times were difficult, because my mom was a single mom, that when times were difficult, some of the things that she did, when, as I have heard it put so often in my life, when we were too broke to pay attention, some of the things that she did, I will be sharing, and some of the things that I still do. So hopefully y'all will all join us on Wednesday, watch and comment on our videos, because we would love to have you, and maybe you'll glean something from something that I have to share, or something that Kim or some of the others have to share, because y'all, I was a single parent for a number of years, and so, you know, some of the things that I have done, Kim and I were talking about it. I kind of think my life has prepared me for this. So, anyway, down 1.6 this week, hoping that I can do that at least again this week. Gonna try to keep moving, focusing on that water, because while it was a little better this week, still wasn't great. And gonna keep moving, because, you know, moving, tracking, drinking the water, all things that are definitely necessary right now. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow for Meal Planning Monday, and I will talk to you soon. I want to hear how everybody else has done. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.